Hello and welcome to the third video on how to collect data in Excel. In this video we're going to be covering what you do when you have two independent variables, which is possible to have. Again, we're going to be using this particular experiment that we've used in the first two videos, looking at the rate of germination in different conditions. This time around we're going to have two independent variables, like I said. The first one is going to be time, so days 1 to 5, and the second one is going to be seed type. I could replace seed type with temperature, lighter water, as you want. The layout for this is going to be a combination of either video 1 or video 2. There's different ways that you can do it, and I'm going to show you both ways. What you will essentially end up with is a line graph like the first video where you had numerical data on the x-axis. So in this case, it's going to be your day, your time on the x-axis, and then on your y-axis, you're going to have your number of seeds that germinated. But this time, instead of just having one line, we'll have two lines, one for A and one for C, and you're going to have a key with that. So let's have a look at the spreadsheet and what it would look like. So in the first scenario, it's like the first video where we have our independent variable down our left side. So our primary independent variable is going to be time. Under units are going to be days. Okay, and on the going the other way is going to be the germination rate. Germination in terms of the number of seeds out of 100. Okay, and that's where you're going to plop your data there. So in this case, I've only done 3 repeats. Similarly, you could flip those axes around, and instead you could have your number of repeats going down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know, you can put as many as you want to. So 9, 10, or you could just have 3 or 4 or 5, depends on how much time you have. And here you can put your time. I'll just do it like this. 3, 4, 5. So day 2, day 2, day 3, day 4, and day 5. And again, I'm just going to copy that title across. Okay, germination over time. So I'm just going to change the heading slightly. Number of seeds out of 100 per day. Okay, so in this setup here, in the second setup here, it allows you to put more repeats going down this way here. This first setup means that you can have more days. If you want to do it over 2 weeks' time and have 3 repeats or 4 or 5 repeats, you can set it up like this, but either way works. So I've decided to go with this format here where we have time on the left and the repeats on the right. I've already input the data and calculated the mean. Now, if I want to do this so we talked about having 2 independent variables, and at the moment we only have time. But if I wanted to do this, say for 2 different species on the same graph, I can insert a row here, and I'm going to call this species A. And then a very quick and easy thing for me to do here is then copy this table and paste it here below. Now, of course, this will have the values from the experiment for species A, but I can easily just clear that and then repeat it here. This is also for species C and not for species A. And then what I can do is I can plot both of these on the one graph having 2 different lines. You can also plot bar graphs with 2 independent variables as well. But in both cases, you will need to have a key to show you what the different things are. I would definitely recommend having separate tables, because if you try to fit this into the same table, it's going to be very big. So the easiest thing to do is to have separate tables for the 2 different species and put under the caption what exactly is in these tables.